Hey band, it's nice to see you. I know a lot of you guys have been working on your projects for building a concert program, and some of you have come to me with some questions so far. Others are starting to realize how much fun this job is, and others are starting to be like, oh my gosh, how do I pick? There are so many pieces of music out there. So I've come up with a little bit of a guide, and what that guide is here to show you is 4 different elements that I use that will help you to decide whether a piece is worth playing or not. Those 4 elements are curriculum, resonance, artistry, and purpose. Again, curriculum, resonance, artistry, and purpose. Now, whenever I pick a piece of music, it goes through all 4 of those filters. And if I think that that sounds good, then it's going to make it onto the program. If it is sort of missing in one of those areas, then something else has to be really strong in order to make up for it, or I need to choose something else. So let's talk a little bit about the first one. So curriculum. Curriculum is basically what we study. It's a chance for us to learn something new. So whenever I choose a piece of music, my first concern is what is it that this is going to teach to the ensemble? Second concern, what is this going to teach to our audience? So are we looking at a piece in a strange time signature, in a weird key signature? Is this going to teach us something historical about music? Is this going to teach us how to broaden our ears a little bit and hear some new things that maybe we're not used to hearing? So curriculum, I always want to make sure that that piece is doing something for us and that it's going to teach us and make us better. Resonance. When we talk about resonance, sometimes as a musician, we talk about how when you play a note, it makes the whole room ring. And resonance also works that way culturally. So when we're talking about resonance, when we play this piece of music, is it going to connect to people? Are we going to engage our community? Is it going to be something that we love and our audience loves and makes us think bigger about the world around us? If we can find a piece of music that connects really well to our community and to ourselves, then it has a really strong sense of resonance. The other part of resonance is responsiveness. So one of the things that's been a big conversation between music directors all over the world in professional orchestras and professional wind ensembles, right down to elementary school music, is how are we being responsive to the needs of our culture? Are we including works by both men and women and transgender and non-gendered? Are we including works by people from lots of cultural backgrounds? Are we honoring the cultures that exist in our communities and our First Nations peoples? So when we're being responsive, how are we showing that we're being responsive to those people? In some cases, are we choosing music that is written by somebody of a different culture, or are we representing music that is written by someone who's not of that culture? And then we have to decide, is that the way that we want to present our music? Is that person doing a good job of honoring the music that they're writing for? Or would it be better to find a composer that is actually from that culture? Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more when we have some FaceTime in one of our classroom meetings, because that's a really big discussion and it's super interesting. Then we get into artistry. Artistry is the most fun part, and that's the part that we all notice first. When you listen to a piece of music, do you love the way it sounds? Are you excited about the melodies you're going to be able to play? Are you excited about the kind of the sense of expression that you're going to get in this piece? Is the audience going to feel connected to that piece because of the way it makes them feel? Not necessarily in the responsive and resonance way, but just in how beautiful that piece of music is. There's some music that's incredibly beautiful, but doesn't meet the other 2 criteria. And so we have to decide, is the artistry of that music strong enough that we actually want to perform it? And finally, what purpose does that music have? So we've had curriculum, resonance and responsiveness, artistry, and now finally purpose. So what does any piece of music have importance beyond the collection of notes and rhythms? As our ensembles become more aware of the social impact that you can make, we have an opportunity to pursue action that has a profound effect on both the musician and their community. So when you pick a piece of music, why should we choose this one instead of any other piece? Now, these are big ideas. These are hard to work with. And so you might come up with your own filters of deciding whether a piece is good or not and if it fits your program or not. But when you're looking for ways of deciding to choose one piece over another, it's a really great idea to have some ideas going in about what is important to you as a person who's picking some music. What is it that you want to represent on your concert? What do you want your ensemble to be about? And how can you use your repertoire choices to show the world exactly what that means? I hope I've given you something to think about. I hope that opens your eyes and your ears a little bit as you're looking for collections of music online and through your experience. And maybe even think about some of the music that you've played and some of the concerts you've had before and see, like, are any of these ideas obvious in the choices that were made leading into those concerts? Hope you're all having a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to talking to you again later.